So we're very excited for this opportunity to connect the Howard County community with some absolutely fabulous drag. The event is going to be free and open to the public. And beforehand, we'll have a little resource fair so our students at HCC can get connected with resources in the community, as well as we'll have some light refreshments and a little photo booth and some celebrations as well.
Greetings from Columbia, Maryland, where we are recording Razzle Dazzle Radio, a show brought to you by Howard Community College. I'm Carolyn Kellerman, and I'm here with my co-host, Judy Templeton. Today's show takes a backstage, behind-the-scenes look at our directors, choreographers, and leaders here at HCC. So there's no need to go further than Howard Community College for terrific theater, dynamic dance, and lots more. Let's meet these stars, so I'm turning it over to you, Judy. Go.
Yay, and I'm turning it over to Darian Smith, a superstar that we've been blessed to have here at the college. He has quite a colorful background in dance, to include the Harlem Dance Theater. And as he made sure to tell me, I am still dancing, and I expect that you're going to be dancing for a lifetime. I certainly hope so. And hey, full disclosure, Carolyn even takes a class with him over at Masako on occasion. So there you go. But Darian, we're honored to have you at the college because you bring so much to the dance department. So tell us some of the exciting things that we can look forward to that are coming up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much first for your kind words, and thanks for hosting this morning. Yeah, I'd love to talk about an event that's going on and a couple events. Well, we have 3 dance events during the year. So we have Dance Showcase in the fall. In the winter, we have the Dance Festival, that's February 8th. And then we have Dance Company, which is March 14th through the 16th in 2025. I am directing the Dance Showcase, which is going to happen on November 8th and 9th this year. Typically, Elizabeth Higgins, who is the coordinator and full professor here in the dance program, she's on sabbatical. She's doing some research about neurodivergency, other kinds of things that might affect some of our students, and she's going to bring that back into the fold when she returns in the winter and spring. So that's exciting. So we can, be able to reach our students and be more inclusive environment in our dance programs. So that leaves me to be the director and also the pro tem coordinator for the dance program during the fall semester. It's a lot of extra fun work that I'm digging into. I'm enjoying it a lot. But the showcase, we're excited this year. We've got 5 student choreographers who are working in the studios in the evenings. Sometimes the rehearsals are during the day, and they're going to create some wonderful pieces. We've discussed their process with them, and we're going to mentor them. Alex J. Krebs has joined me to mentor some of those students, so she's working together with me on the dance showcase. She's also going to be presenting a work. She's our adjunct faculty. She's been here for a number of years. She's also a former student, so she's graduated. She's gone through the ranks, and now she's back to share all her expertise with students here, so we're happy to have her. And then also Miguel Ledesma, another adjunct faculty. He's going to be doing a tap number, so that's I don't remember the last time we had a tap on the program, so that's exciting. And then Levi Koy, another adjunct faculty, is also going to be presenting a dance film. So we have really an eclectic mix of works on the program, and then of course I'm also making a piece for the program. And the piece it's an all-male cast, and it's an intergenerational cast. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll have some projection designs. There's some surprises, so you don't want to miss this. And then on the opening night, we are going to have a talk back, so audience can come in. They can ask questions about the choreographer's process, how they can also just offer an affirmation like, hey, I witnessed you doing this, and hopefully they'll enjoy it, and it'll open up their perspective even wider about the dance world.
Well, I cannot wait to see it. And I have always been amazed by the dance concerts at HCC because they bring in so much more than just dance. There's themes of today. There's social justice. There's so much in that. Liz is now getting even trained more so that we can meet the continuing needs of our students. Speaks to what we do here at the college for sure. Carolyn, didn't you have a question for Darian too?
I have 2 before we let you go, Darian. How can the community be involved in your dance programs?
Great question.
Absolutely. So community they can come, and at this time, if they want to take a dance class, they can audit a class if they don't want to take it for credit, but they can also take a credit class and join us for those. They can also audition for the dance company, for example. We do take community members. Sometimes we'll take community members for the showcase. Often it would be students who have graduated and they're maybe not finding all the performance opportunities that they would like, and so they can come back and audition and fill roles, and that's a great opportunity. But then on the opening night of our concerts, specifically the dance showcase and the dance company, we'll have a talk back, and it usually goes on for about 15 minutes. Audience members stay behind, the performers and choreographers, artists come out on stage, and it's a very open forum. People ask questions and give feedback. Yeah, so that's a great way for the community to be involved, yes.
And the second and final question. Years ago, HCC produced national and international talent in concerts and masterclasses. Will that continue under your reign?
Yeah, absolutely. And also when Elizabeth Higgins comes back too. Yeah, both of our reigns. So in the dance festival, we bring in international performers, and so I don't want to put any spoilers out there, but because we'll do a surprise when we finally announce all the performers that are coming for the festival this year, February 8th. So there's a professional company coming with international performers, absolutely. So we will continue to do that.
No spoiler alert, huh? All right.
No, we'll let you know soon. You have to come back. You have to keep up on things. But here's our dance showcase flyer. So when you see this, click like, join us. It's November 8th and 9th. We can't wait to share our work with you. Thanks so much for having me this morning.
Darian, it is our pleasure and honor. And you go ahead and chasse right on down to that class as fast as you can, because I know that you're on the scene now. So thank you again. And we can't wait to see this concert on November 8th and 9th.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And now our very own Jen Mann. She comes from Centennial High School. Am I right about that, Jen?
Me?
Yes.
I was not originally from Maryland.
Oh, okay. I think it's your connection with Mo. Okay. Well, she has been here for a long time, and she contributes in so many ways. Of course, she works with the theater department, and we have some amazing shows coming up. But some of the things that she does as well that people don't know about is it used to be called stage combat. Now I think we call it fight choreography, but that's a specialized field, and she does shine in that. Don't get on her bad side, And then also the opposite of that actually is intimacy training. And we can talk about that as well. But on top of, she has a very special way of directing Shakespearean shows. And we're going to get to that. So tell us what you're up to right now, Jen. And I know there's a show coming up soon. So talk to us about that.
Sure. I'm directing Eurydice by Sarah Rule. It's a long one act, so you're in and out, no intermission. And it's a very unusual play because it's from the point of view of Eurydice. So much has been told about Orpheus, and there's so much mythology about him, and very little is said about Eurydice. So this is an adventure to the underworld. The playwright calls it, she wants it to focus on almost like Alice in Wonderland. So she, unfortunately, yes, passes, but goes into the underworld for a bit of an adventure. For example, the Lord of the Underworld is a child who rides a tricycle. So that gives you a little bit of some of the quirkiness of the show. But there's also a lot of heartfelt moments because when she goes to the underworld, she meets her father. And at first, she doesn't remember him, and he has to teach her to remember. And there's a whole beautiful relationship with them being able to rekindle like her childhood memories. And so there's a sweetness. It does deal with loss and grief, but there's also a lot of really fun, quirky humor in it. So it's a great human experience of getting to go to that show.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. And then I believe that Bill, who wanted to be here with us this morning, but had other responsibilities, will be directing a kind of wild show. So tell us about that, if you will.
Yes, it's so funny that we picked these shows independently, and yet they both sort of deal with going to the underworld or the afterlife. So
we're not going to get deep into that.
I know. This is another show that's a long one act. There's no intermission. So you just go all the way through. And it's a fun musical that's been really popular the past couple of years. Again, it's called Ride the Cyclone. And the idea is that there's 6 teenagers that unfortunately passed when their roller coaster suddenly went off the rails. But there is this fortune teller character that's from The Machine, like the movie Big. And he says, but one of you can live again if you can prove you're the one that deserves life the most. So they have a sing off of trying to say why they should be the one that's granted life again. And so, of course, you have to see the show to see who is selected to then go back into the world. Eurydice happens October 10th through the 13th. And Ride the Cyclone is November 21st through the 24th.
Oh boy, there's barely time in between. So yeah.
And they're both in the same space. So, and they're both have completely different configurations. So it'll be exciting to see it in a totally different way because the audience is being moved around for both shows.
I love it. And that's what the theater department brings to us in the community is such an eclectic array of so many different shows. So you might as well tell us what the auditions are for, because the auditions are for a show that is pretty much the other side of the two you just spoke about. So go ahead, let's spill the beans on that.
So in late fall, we'll get dates out soon. There's going to be an audition for The Importance of Being Earnest. And so that's going to be fun. We'll have a great guest director come in, and she does fantastic movement work, and that'll be fabulous for our students. And then in the spring, we'll have auditions for Bill's show, Stupid Effing Bird, which is a modern take on Chekhov's The Seagull. It's got a lot of humor. It's by a local playwright, DC playwright. And then in the summer, I'll be directing Twelfth Night, Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. And that will be like a big beach party, as I, of course, modernize it as I tend to do.
Will that be outside too, just to make it even more off? Yes, because it usually is outdoors in the amphitheater outside, which a lot of people don't know we have at HCC. So let's just speak to that for a second. So if you haven't seen one of Jen's Shakespeare productions, you are so missing out. So in fact, now I can't go back to regular Shakespeare ever. I just can only see it when you direct it, Jen, because you are amazingly clever and you bring it right into the modern times. And it's so relatable and just fun, quirky, crazy, and so thank you so much for what you bring to that. But let's speak to some of your other talents, because you are quite the multi-talented one. What about your stage combat? How are you using that, or fight choreography?
Sure. So I am a certified teacher and fight director with the Society of American Fight Directors. I've been fortunate enough to teach twice at the national workshop, and I have a group of students here that are working with me that are continuing to get certified in their weapons. Right now, I am teaching a broadsword class, and this is their 5th weapon, and a lot of them want to stay with me in the spring and get their 6th, because you can go up to 8. And a lot of them are now working, which is so fantastic. They can get paid for this knowledge they are getting. They can go out and teach, they can coach, they can start doing fight directions themselves. We had a former student that Sierra Young, she had 2 Helen Hayes nominations this year for her fight direction and intimacy work, which is really exciting. So again, these students are getting out there and getting jobs from the training they're getting here, which makes me very happy.
Absolutely. And again, what we bring to the plate for the students here at HCC, I love it. So I know you say you don't use too much of your intimacy work, but it bears discussing. So can you talk about that a little? Because a lot of people don't know what that's about.
Sure. So there's a whole new style of training is specifically for intimacy. So if there's a moment in the show where 2 characters may kiss, or there's even like, you could say a mother-daughter relationship where there's like a hug that's very intense, you could bring in an intimacy director to make sure that everybody's comfort levels are being seen to, that there's consent for all of the work that is happening. And if they're not happy, or they're not comfortable with something that is going on in the scene, they can speak to it. And then we can make sure that everything is changed and modified in a way that everyone feels good about it. They feel great as their character. They feel that they can move forward with this work and do it confidently.
It's amazing we didn't think of it sooner. I think of all the awkward moments when I taught middle schoolers. Yeah. And I would say, act like you like them. Yeah, it wasn't that easy. So, yeah, but it's so great that we do now. So what are you presently teaching right now as well? I know you're directing, but.
Yeah, I'm teaching voice and diction, which is a whole lot of fun. And I'm also teaching movement for the actor, as well as the broadsword class I mentioned. And I'm also teaching introduction to stage combat.
Wow. Well, too busy. I know. I know that. I ran into you in the coffee shop. I saw how busy you are, and we love it. So, and to Carolyn's point, people people from the community can also take these classes. And we spoke before the show that hopefully there's going to be an easier process to do so. And well, Jen, I know you're off and running to your next class. Like I said, this is on the job here right now. And thank you for all that you bring to the department and beyond. You're just a treasure. So thanks so much. You want to give one more quick promo for the next shows coming up, please, and the dates.
Sure. Again, Eurydice is going to be October 10th through the 13th. And Ride the Cyclone, the musical, is November 21st through the 24th. There'll be more auditions coming up. And in the spring, we will have a cabaret opportunity for everyone in the community and students. We'll get those dates out soon, but that'll be an exciting way to get involved.
Oh, absolutely. Life is a cabaret. Thanks so much, Jen.
Well, thanks, everyone. And thanks for having me.
Of course. It's a pleasure. And I guess that was a good segue, Adam, because she's saying cabaret. So you're kind of doing an upcoming cabaret. And I absolutely love the clever name because, of course, dragons are our mascot at HCC. So drag on. And I will leave that to you and tell us about what we can expect coming up in October for Gay Pride celebration in Howard County.
Well, thank you so much for having me. We're very excited to share about our third annual Drag On Extravaganza, which is HCC's kind of unique take on a drag show. Most audiences that might be familiar with drag kind of see it in bars or nightclubs or like a restaurant, like a brunch style. But this will be a full theatrically produced drag show in the Smith Theater at Howard Community College. We have 6 amazingly talented drag performers from all around the area that will be showing their talents. And because it is LGBT History Month, we'll also have some components for audience interaction and some learning. So our wonderful cast we are ready to announce is we have Bev, Cyrus K. Stratton, Evan Dior Michelle, Manic, Sapphire Dupree, and HCC's own Stelia Mansblue. So we're very excited for this opportunity to connect the Howard County community with some absolutely fabulous drag. The event is going to be free and open to the public. And beforehand, we'll have a little resource fair so our students at HCC can get connected with resources in the community, as well as we'll have some light refreshments and a little photo booth and some celebrations as well.
Wow, you can't get any more than that. And when I talk about eclectic, that's quite the eclectic cast. So I love that this event is so unique. And we should mention that it's the 3rd annual now, right?
Yes.
Yes, I know. So that's what's pretty exciting. And I love that the drag queens are all represented in different ways, not the exact same ones that you see just doing like a drag brunch or that kind of entertainment. So you get the entertainment, but like you say, you get the honoring of the whole background, you get the history. So you get a little education there, entertainment, food, everything. And again, resources and so forth. So was this your baby? Did you hatch this idea? How did this come to happen? Because HCC is pretty much the only place I know that does something like this. So we're unique.
Yes. So I was very fortunate I was able to be brought into the process for the 2nd annual Drag On Extravaganza. The original concept came to us with our president, Dr. Daria J. Willis. Her previous institution had a drag show, and after learning that there were professional drag performers that worked at HCC, she said, let's have a show. So they formed a committee and coordinated and launched the 1st annual Drag On Extravaganza a few years ago. And it became such a hit that now it's become an annual event.
Now that it has. Yep. So, Carolyn, I think you wanted to ask him something.
Yes, like the others who commented on the community involvement, do you incorporate folks from outside your theater group or the drag queens themselves, or how do you relate to the audience?
So we're very excited. This year we'll have an audience interaction component. So there will be a chance for everybody to participate. We're doing a live trivia game is the plan. So everyone can have a little friendly competition and ultimately learn more about LGBT history during October, which is LGBT History Month.
Which we should mention also is celebrated at Merriweather. And there is a Gay Pride Day here in Howard County because we celebrate it, as you say, in October. So, and I love that interaction with the audience, and that's been super fun in the past. So, and I know that again, it'll just build in the excitement and so forth. Tell us the date and time again, if you would, Adam.
Of course, it is October 24th. It is a Thursday evening. The resource fair will begin at 6 p.m. and the show will kick off at 7 p.m. We're very excited. When the doors open around 6:45, we'll actually be screening our award-winning Dragumentary, which the college produced last year as a celebration of drag culture and LGBT history and some behind the scenes of how the event came to be.
Wow. Well, that you downplayed that. That sounds pretty amazing. Oh my goodness. Now, has that been viewed or aired in other places, or is that specifically something that is just shown here?
So it is currently available for viewing on the Howard Community College YouTube channel, or you can find more details about the event as well as the Dragumentary on howardcc.edu/drag.
Wow, that is pretty amazing. So also, Adam, I think you have kind of a new job too. So talk to us about what is your new title this year too.
I do. I'm very excited to share that I am the college's Arts and Culture Public Relations Manager. So I'm moving in out of my previous role in public relations and marketing into a new opportunity to be able to share and promote all of the wonderful arts and culture activities that HCC has to offer. Speaking of which, if I may shamelessly plug a few upcoming events.
We love shameless self-promotion. Love it.
Oh, that's wonderful. So one of our large community events we have coming back is our Fall for All event. This is the second time the college will be hosting it. It is on Friday, October 18th at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll be on HCC's Quad. This is our big invitation for everyone to come to the college and enjoy some fun games, some fall activities. We'll have inflatables and, of course, tons of candy as it is around the fall holidays. And this falls during a day when Howard County Public Schools will be closed to students. So we thought that this would be a great resource for the community to be able to have something to entertain families of and guests of all ages during the day when schools are closed.
Wow, Carolyn, that just goes right in your theme of community too. And so, absolutely. I mean, hence the name, Howard Community. We are definitely community engagement for sure. I love that, Adam. That's a fantastic event. So, wow, my calendar is just filled right on through till the end of November at least. So, well, please, if you have not seen Drag On, you are missing something special. And Adam, I just love all the work that you're doing here. Keep doing it, and no pressure. Keep doing it. Keep doing more.
Thank you so much.
But it's fabulous because it's really serving the community, as we said, and beyond. So check it out, October 24th at 6 o'clock. You can get started. You can come. You can ask questions. You can learn. You can be entertained. And then Fall for All, I think that name is that's fabulous. So yeah, my calendar is just going to be so marked up, but that's what we do here at Howard Community College. And we serve our students, we serve the community, and we find new and innovative ways to serve all of the students. And thank you for your work in that arena as well, Adam. So yes, please, I will see you for sure in ink on Drag On, and check all these events out, like we said, on the website and beyond. Carolyn, did you have anything else for Adam before we're going to have to go?
Yes, I want to know the dress code for the drag show for the audience.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable and fabulous.
Great. I like the fabulous. I think it's going to be that. Great. Thank you.
So last night I went to a drag wedding, and it was so much fun. And so I made sure to wear hot pink and yellow. So, I mean, I wasn't trying to upstage the bride, but anyway, so I love it. Thanks again. This is Judy Templeton and my sidekick, Carolyn Kellerman. Hope that we razzle-dazzled you here today. There is so much to do and see and be entertained by at Howard Community College. And until next time, Razzle Dazzle Radio.
Thanks for listening to Dragon Podcasts. Connect with us at podbean.com/dragonpodcasts.